North very early on. North found their way into the game in the second quarter, but Carlton's form early on in that game was brilliant as we get started in this one. And trademark Dom Carbone trying to run through the middle. Elkington is there, got stripped away from Bowie. Turner Funk was in there as well for the Blues, and she'll be the one that kicks it towards the wing here in Craigieburn. This game was supposed to be at Victoria Park, so we've gone in Melbourne's North, and the ground is in pristine condition, we must say, as the Pies through Wilkinson go forward. Mark taken, intercepted by Charlotte Van Loon. Blues kicking to the right-hand side of your screen. Collingwood to the left to start this contest. Collingwood unbeaten 6-0. The Blues 3-3 in 2026. They've got their work cut out for them, that's for sure. Ball spills out Fellows. The handball off. That one overcooked the very informed Talia Sanger. Just continues to get better, doesn't she, Christina?
Absolutely, she's having a ripper year, and it's going to be difficult for Carlton in the midfield without Fuller and without Scott today. So I can see that Elkington's moved into the middle to cover that, so it'll be a good contest in there.
So the outs for Carlton, Scott, Stanley and Fuller. In come Rhodes, Hargraves and Heaney. Through the middle, Jeffrey, one of the ins for Collingwood this week. Paddled away by Fitzgerald. It's going to end up locked away as Macy Watkins keeps it in tight. And the ins, Tamara Henry and Ella Jeffrey for Collingwood. Out go Lang and Gilmore. Last week's win over the Devils. The Blues had a big win over Casey last week as well to go 3-3. They're both sitting inside the top 6. Scooped out. Carbone, such a wonderful player for this Collingwood lineup. Plunkett, Bowie, her kick. That's cut off by Matthews. Been looking forward to this one all week. Just there's something about the Carlton-Collingwood rivalry. Doesn't matter what league you're in, it can be vicious.
Absolutely, it's exciting.
So Dom Carbone. Pick up. She's been. That's a brilliant kick. Turning, running, very, very close. High to the square. Mark taken. Free kick paid. That's going to go away. We are sitting in a different position here that we usually are. That is Macy Watkins down there. So Watkins should go back and kick the opening goal of the day. And she slots it. Pies have the first.
That's a nice little build-up from the Pies. Bit of mark kick game. I think Carlton's been pretty good in the contest so far. It's obviously very early in the game, but Pies were able just to take control pretty easily there.
Yeah, that kick inside 50 was from Gemma Ramsdale. You can see the wind, or you can feel the wind through the effects mic, and it's going sort of towards the left-hand side of your screen, so it is going to favour Collingwood early on in this contest, but the Blues will be able to kick home with it. It is a cold morning in Melbourne, 10 degrees at the moment.
Feeling it.
Yep, you've got the hoodie on and a puffer jacket.
Yep.
I've got 3 layers, including a Sherpa fleece jumper. So it is cold. Hot out there in the middle, however, as the Pies make their way through. There is Sanger, kicks inside the attacking 50. Bounces at the feet of Borg. Good tackling pressure from the Blues. Sanger goes back in. Here's Dom Carbone. Does the old 1-2 with Van Dyke. Elkington tries to burst through 2 of them and won't be able to. Back up we go. Sanger once more. Going in hard there was Emily Elkington.
I feel like that was mostly her own teammate's leg then.
Yeah, very bizarre decision. Seen a few bizarre decisions in the football this morning if you stayed up or got up early and watched the World Cup. Sanger again, forging that ball forward. Blues able to repel, but Collingwood, you can just see they're set up so well so early. Very impressive start as Jeffrey goes inside 50. Good mark, good intercept mark, taken by the captain, Steph DeMeo. Pies still on the prowl, forging through. Really impressive start from Collingwood.
Carlton really like to have that switch play, so you can see that they tried to do that, but Collingwood also like to set up really high and be able to turn it over in their forward half. So they're going to have to switch that really wide to be able to get around that. So I'm looking forward to see how they combat that.
Quick kick out of the middle. Goes through for a minus score, so Collingwood extend that buffer. Disposal winners so far on the ground. Talia Sanger, she's had 3. Surely she's had more than that. I feel like I've called her name a lot more. Talia Plunkett as well. So she's had 3. So the 2 Talias leading the way for different teams. I feel like that Blues defence is going to have a lot of work cut out for them this afternoon or this morning. Socket forward. Really strong body work from Segedi. And Dyke paddles it to her own advantage, picks it up, does really nicely. Sanger, Borg, goes inside 50. Strong mark taken by Van Loon. So I think the Blues, this is very dangerous. The kick from Van Loon, no good. Quick snap, great smother, even better smother from Matilda Fitzgerald. Body on the line sort of stuff. Ball came out from Peck, here is Sanger. That one had to fight with the wind, going nowhere. Minus score. Blues just fiddling around with it a little bit too much in defence. Over the top. Matthews, a quick kick out. Had to be holding, nothing paid. In the end it is. DeSanto. Got it out to Morris Stolton. Sophia McCarthy calling for it. Such a dangerous player, Sophia McCarthy. Kicked 4 goals last week in their win over Casey.
Absolutely, both her and Morris Stolton are up there for leading the marks in the comp, and both are in the top 10 for goal kickers as well. So they need to be able to get the ball in their forward half and allow them to go to work.
Tap down ruck work already from Erin McKinnon. Very impressive. Blues trying to forge it out. High contact. So Collingwood going in with a little bit of ferocity. They've given away a couple of free kicks. Very dangerous kick. Almost came out. That was off the boot of Zoe Larkins. Talia Fellows and Talia Sanger kicking the 2 behinds. The goal came early on. That was Macy Watkins who slotted that through for Collingwood, if you've just joined us. Done all the scoring almost halfway through this opening term. And ball came out. DiDonato tried to paddle it to her own advantage, then DeSanto went and laid the tackle. As we said, last time these 2 teams met, it was a goal after the siren that won it for the Blues. Collingwood had the last laugh going further in the season in the end. Get all the way to the grand final. I want to get back there this season. Kick forward. Umpire blow the whistle and make sure to ball it up, and then toss back, went straight over her head. Sanger again, punched forward by DiDonato. Spegan went and tried to pick it up. Segedi got down Sanger kicked it forward. A bit of a grubby kick, but it might work out for them.
Oh, good
Had
tackle.
to be holding the ball.
You thought so?
Not sure where or what the umpire was looking at. So the Blues trying to forge it out through Mulvahill. Morris Dalton doesn't really have too much on, so just goes for space and kicks it as long and as far as she can. Ramsdale lobs it up. Goes to Peck, but excellent smother in the Blues. Can they apply some pressure? Possibility to go inside 50. Mark spilled. Still the opportunity.
That was a great kick into the 50 there, just lowering the eyes. It didn't come off, but that's what Carlton need to do. So they'd like to switch it back into the middle. Looks dangerous, but if it comes off really well. So they did really well to get it inside their 50 then.
It was Danica Spamer who was unable to take that mark, and then the follow-up was good, just didn't quite have the polish on the kick.
Yeah, they want to try lock it in here. Or even better, potential goal.
Could be. Juggled mark over the line. That was off the boot of Zoe Larkins. But, yeah, I think it's the perceived pressure that Collingwood create. They've been right on Carlton anytime they've had any sort of clean possession. Apart from right now, when the Blues will be able to go back inside 50, McCarthy takes the mark. So here's a chance. It's a tough kick with the wind not really favouring her, but if anybody can do it.
She's kicked 10-3 this year, so she's been pretty accurate.
This is a tough kick, and the pack is forming right at the goal square. Elkington makes a small lead. Not going to go for her. It's high. It will drop. Who's down? Goes over the back for a behind. But I think Carlton will be buoyed by that. Locked it in, repeat entries.
Absolutely able to intercept on the 50. They'll want to be able to try and do that again. All numbers inside the forward half. Oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah. So, all the work that they've done, undone with a 50-metre penalty.
It's a long 50-metre penalty.
Yeah, especially on this ground. It's not the biggest one. So, Zoe Wilkinson.
Peck's out here deep.
Dom Carbone, will she find a inside 50? Goes over the back. Blues have the numbers. Morris Dalton, handball not so good, and now puts them under enormous pressure, but went back in and got it herself. Larkins finds Spamer, takes the mark this time, and now they get
Carlton
some overlap run.
A player out nice and deep who was doing a shoelace up earlier, but ended up being in a good spot just to make a stoppage and allow numbers to get into their forward half.
Almost. It was Danica DeSanto, and you're right, she had to take her shoe off when the 50-metre penalty happened. So she was caught out, and it almost worked the treat. Not sure if that's part of the coaching plays. Fellows got it out. Really well done from DeMeo. Busatil. Go short. Nice kick.
Been really impressed with Larkins the past few minutes. She's had quite a bit of impact, lowering the ice and hitting the kicks.
Came out to Mulvahill. In the end, Spegan goes for goal. Just needed it to bounce the right way, and it didn't. Another behind. So the Blues have had the same amount of scoring shots now, but Collingwood just with that accuracy. Thanks to Macy Watkins earlier on. Dangerous kick. McCarthy overruns it. Excellent tackle. McCarthy tried to go off the ground, and that's kicking in danger. Blues just lifting their pressure.
They are. This is really good with 5 minutes to go. They want to be able to hold it, not let Pies score here.
Excellent tackling pressure. Kick. Undoing Tregellis, who made the move over from Sandy last year. Sandy stalwart Abby Tregellis, and now playing with the Pies. Bit of a new look outfit for Collingwood this season.
Certainly is. They've got a great balance of experienced players and then that youth coming in as well, and they're having a massive impact.
Certainly are. I think that reflects in their position on the ladder on top with a mightily healthy percentage. We go again. Just the one goal kicked in this opening term. It was the first score of the match. Elkington got it out. Went over Plunkett. Now the Pies can try and move it forward. McCurdy got it out in the end. Jeffrey running onto it his fellows, and she is gone, surely.
That's unlucky. Lucky they get that kick, but that had to be holding the ball.
Yeah. DeMeo has also done some really good things. Last line of defence, and then the pressure that she's bringing. Can McCarthy take this? She can. Strong grab. Had real problem.
Really held her down there.
Yeah,
questionable for a 50 then.
She was telling her teammates to get down too. So that's 100% time wasting, or holding your opponent down so they can't move it quickly. Umpire might have missed a trick there, you're right. Good pressure from McCarthy.
Watson's out the back here.
So here's the chance.
Not many numbers in front of the ball, but good patience with 3.5 to go, just to hold it up. Not quite the kick, but still, time ticking down.
And you'd be forgiven for blazing away there when you know that there's nobody else, but Carlton were getting back so quickly.
Yeah, they do tend to have those defenders sit back and cover any of those options out the back.
So Blues make the switch. Kick not so good for Van Loon. Has Watkins for company. Got the handball away in the end. Carbone laying a hard tackle. That was on Rhodes. And now they can move it forward. Here is Watkins. Held off it. No free kick coming. She ended up getting the handball out, so they can go towards their attacking 50. Another strong mark. Guess who?
To try a switch here.
Good pressure from Van Dyke.
Not much in front of the ball though.
See, that one they pay. It's there, but interesting.
Yeah, it's very hit and miss so far.
So Elkington using her body really well. Was she taken high? Umpire said no problems. They got the kick out, but in the end, Collingwood just too quick. in this second quarter. Up we go. Collingwood will want to try and put a stranglehold on this one. Carbone, just so valuable since she came over from the Bulldogs, has been a colossus in that midfield. Scooped out inside 50 for the Pies. Carlton will get there first. It's really the time of the year when you want to cement your spot in that top six, Christina, and if the Blues can jag a win today, it'll go so far in determining where they finish this season.
Absolutely, and just building confidence against these. You know, you look at the ladder and the top three teams are pretty clear, and Collingwood's one of them, their team to beat. So the confidence builder to carry that through that second half of the season will be massive for Carlton.
Handballed out. Plunkett held off it. Kick inside 50, it's high. Who will mark it? Peck was down there, had the opportunity, couldn't grab it. Good body work from Van Loon. The kick, however, well, that'll be one that the Blues won't want to watch the replay of. Been a fantastic season so far. Storylines are plenty, but Collingwood and North Melbourne Werribee, the two teams to beat once again. Will we see them in the grand final? Who knows? The kick out, Collingwood's press is good. McCarthy a long way from where she'd want to be. Handball came out. Seghetti got it forward. Bowie couldn't quite pick it up. A lot of trouble. That had to be gone. Plunkett wrapped up immediately. Abby McDonald with the tackle. Inside 50 they go. High, up and under. Peck was down there, brought it to ground. Spamer. Ends up wrapping up Jeffrey.
Carlton are doing really well to cover Amelia Peck so far. She's #1 goal kicker in the league at the moment, so the less that she has the ball in her hands, the better for Carlton, and they're doing a really good job so far.
They certainly are. Their defence is holding up, but it's just a question of how long can they do it for, Christina, because the inside 50 count, 10-3 in favour of Collingwood. Carlton have scored every time they've gone in, but the problem is they're not getting it in enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was on the receiving end of Collingwood's mammoth inside 50 count. I think they had 49 against us, which it is really hard as defenders. There's only a matter of time until the goals start scoring. So, yeah, as you said, Carlton are going to keep fighting and fighting, but they need to try and get it out and get it in their forward half so they can actually reset.
And just have those repeat stoppages like you mentioned before.
Yep.
It's so imperative. Elkington has been really hard at the ball all morning. Couldn't quite figure her way through it.
And what's starting to happen as well, as Carlton forwards, you start getting closer and closer into your defence because you want to help out your teammates. And Collingwood defenders are just sitting out. So whenever Carlton get a win and try to get a kick out, it's just going to go straight back to the Pies. So the sooner the better for them, just like that.
On cue. That's why you're in the expert's chair, Christina. Blues able to figure it out. Bit of a bump off the ball. DeMeo has done a lot of good work today. Long kick over the back. Can Morris Dalton get there? Her opposing 52 in McDonald does first. Good pressure from the Blues, however. Handball comes out. DeMeo really poised and well done. Finds Hargraves. Hargraves with the high kick. This could be a huge opportunity. It really is now. They got the kick forward through Larkins, and now Bowie puts it straight through. Coast to coast. When they get it forward, they score.
Absolutely. That just shows when you can leapfrog that defence that's set up, you've got Haddock out the back. And Carlton worked really hard. They actually had numbers in their forward 50, and there was only one Collingwood player chasing there. So credit to the Blues. They worked really hard to get it forward.
They've had those similar chances a couple of times. They just haven't been clean. that time they were clean, they were poised. DeMeo to Larkins, and then Bowie put the finishing touches on the play.
Absolutely, it's the way that they play. As you mentioned, when they played against North Melbourne, they did the exact same thing. They were able to get it out the back a number of times and make North Melbourne have to defend.
So that is a scintillating goal. A goal apiece, both to the left-hand side of your screen. And Carlton looking to inflict the Pies' first defeat of 2026. Haven't been able to do it as of yet, or nobody has. It's been an intriguing season so far. Back inside 50 go the Pies. That's where it's lived for most of the game. Can they get the lead back very quickly? Not quite. Stella Huxtable puts that through, but ties up the game. Blues push it outside McCarthy, and that's what you mentioned before, Christina, that McCarthy has gone very high up the ground to help out. That tackling pressure.
Yeah, McCarthy will come out and be that option for the kick out, obviously being tall. And really during the ruck battle so far between McKinnon and Sleeter, both of them are having really good seasons. Without Grace Masters out in the field, Sleeter's had to step up into that main ruck role as well. And obviously McKinnon's having a great season so far.
High, up and under. Can the Blues find something? Just a kick for space. That came off the boot of Busatil. She's going to have to run and chase. DeSanto trying as well in that unmistakable pink helmet. Matilda Fitzgerald doing nicely as well. Good pressure from the Blues. So the tackle count is something that I'm very interested in. The Blues 34-19. So it means that they haven't had much of the ball compared to the Pies. 20 less disposals. But if you're leading the tackle count, you're putting a lot of pressure on.
That was a great little clearance from Carlton. They're pressing.
Certainly are. That was Larkins inside 50 again. Spamer laid a really good tackle. In the end, just getting out of that was Jeffrey. Pinpoint passing. Can Collingwood find a way back through? Sanger takes it on the wing near side. A little kick and then falling over Lily Leighton. And she was wrapped up immediately.
She just tried to fend off while she was laying on the ground.
Something I never even saw Dustin Martin do. Plunkett kicks it as high and as long as possible. Great mark, courageous. Brilliantly done. Absolutely nowhere to go for the Pies. Blues getting numbers back. Paddled out of play by DeMeo. That mark taken by Ramsdale.
Ramsdale is a real general down there. When she has the ball, she does really good things with it. So, Carlton want to try and limit her ability on the game. We have a player down.
Yeah, so that is Talia Sanger. And you hope that she's okay, because that would be a mighty blow for the Pies if...
She's right, I reckon. She just copped one in the ribs. It's never fun being winded.
No, not at all. DeMeo, again, really enjoyed her game. The fly, the athleticism of McCarthy, not enough to bring the ball down. Umpire says my ball. So Octavia Di Donato, 8 tackles already in this contest, which is quite incredible. Haven't even played a half of football yet. Really leading the way for the Blues.
Just watching Sanger come off of the bench then. She seems to be okay, just needs a minute off, I reckon.
So, Carbone got it out. It's Plunkett again. Had a lot of the ball. Elkington tries to bustle through, can't do so. McCurdy wheels onto the left, goes towards the attacking 50. Another entrance forward for the Pies. The Blues equal to the task again. Pack forms around the footy. Plunkett wrapped up by Tregellis. It's going nowhere. So the hit-outs, Spezien up to 14 and McKinnon up to 10. The two leading winners in the ruck contests so far. Good work from Morris Dalton to affect the handball. One's going nowhere. The ferocity in this game just continues to elevate as we tick over halfway through the second term. Thoroughly enjoyable contest. Getty bumped off it strongly. That's off hands. Stays in. Hargraves got it out to Morris Dalton. Keeps it in. McCarthy has it punched away from her. And at the moment, it's Caitlin Matthews reading her like a glove, or wearing her like a glove.
I'm really impressed with Carlton's ability in the stoppage to get it outside. They seem to be a lot cleaner at the moment. Both teams haven't been able to break free and have real control of the game, but they seem to be getting it done inside the stoppage.
Larkin's just overrunning it. And you can hear the murmurs on the bench from the fans as Elkington hits a nice pass. Turner Funk. That's equally as good to DeMeo. The Blues can go inside attacking 50 now. Punched away from DeSanto. Van Dyke. McCurdy in trouble. That's gone. Busatil laying an important tackle. Right on 50, so too far out to score. She plays on Caitlin Busatil, goes to the pocket. McCarthy will fly. And an arm chop, I reckon, has been paid. And Sophia McCarthy will look to give Carlton their biggest lead of the game if she can put this one through. What did you think? Was it there?
I didn't see the pull, but this umpire's gotten involved in the past two plays. So he came off and called the tackle earlier on, which started the control play from Carlton. So he's a lot closer than what we are. So
it did look like an arm chop. Sophia McCarthy. Oh, they're in front, and it is their biggest lead of the game, but their equal biggest lead of the game. Up by a point. A solid quarter from the Blues. Can they keep this pressure up? You can do it for a half against Collingwood or North Melbourne Werribee, but can you do it for 4 quarters? And that's the big question as that one goes out on the full. Yeah,
it's definitely the real difference at the moment. You can see North have had a number of games where they've been down at halfway and they never seem really out of it. They have that control, and that's the difference between the top teams and the rest at the moment. And Collingwood are very much the same, but I do think they seem a little bit rattled at the moment. But in saying that, Carboni, Peck, they're not on the scoreboard yet, so if Carlton can hold that, that's really positive sides for them. But yeah, as we said, it's 4-quarter effort.
Certainly is. But the Blues, they look up to the task at the moment. Fitzgerald bumped off the kick, so that affected where it went. It's a grubby kick forward. Can Collingwood move through here? They've got an opportunity. Here's Carbone. Has an option to her left or right. Had options everywhere, really, in the end. Lily Jordan, one of the ins this week, comes in. Tried to centre it. Sorry, she wasn't one of the ins this week. I don't know where I'm looking, but Lily Jordan nonetheless.
It was a great mark.
Yeah.
Great inset mark there. Just be able to control the play now and go out the other side like Carlton like to do.
Hannah Bowie has had a good afternoon or good morning. Kicked that goal that gave the Blues their first major, their only major of the day. Thanks to some brilliant play from Larkins and Steph DeMeo. And Collingwood just haven't been able to foray inside as much in the last few minutes, and that's exactly what Carlton would be after. just to give their defence a little bit of a reprieve.
Absolutely. If they can keep it in the midfield, that's a real positive for them. And as I said, they seem to be all over it at the moment.
McCarthy got it away in the end. Spamer dropped it. Handball over the top. Here is an opportunity. Sophia McCarthy takes a couple of steps, drills it inside 50. Mark not taken. It could be costly. Octavia Di Donato was down there. McCarthy she had a little bit more time than I think what she thought, and that's, I guess, the perceived pressure of the game in which we're playing this morning. Excellent mark taken, and the Pies can move it forward. Blues should be able to repel. Lucy Burke in trouble, in big trouble. Got out of it somehow, some way, and got the kick away. Over the top, Sanger overran it. Turner Funk is in there. Matilda Fitzgerald almost looked gassed when she got there. They all kind of looked a bit cooked when they got there. It's been a frenetic game, end to end. An umpire finally says it's mine.
It really has just been go, 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 hasn't it?
They haven't stopped. There's been barely any stoppages. This has been a brilliant contest. Mulvahill had to be careful. She socketed it to her own advantage. And the old faithful lasso. Sanger. What's impressed me is how much, you see a lot of teams just bomb it forward. Collingwood just lower the eyes. Excellent tackle and pressure. As the Blues try and force forward Hargraves. Keeps it in somehow. Morris Dalton tries to burst her way through. Jordan, she's tackled. Jeffrey. A leg break, nothing that Lily Leighton could do. Umpire almost paid the mark there. Had to be gone. Came off the boot, I think, just in the end. The pressure is ridiculous. The Blues laying tackles everywhere. When they get the ball, Collingwood laying tackles everywhere. Do we get a little break in play? Yes. This is incredible football. Not quite. I thought it was touched off the boot, but no. What an incredible game.
It is. It's on and it's exciting, and I think it's what you said earlier. It's a typical Carlton Collingwood game, isn't it? Which is exciting to be able to watch.
Players just putting their heads over the ball. Tregellis tried to force her way into it. A couple of repeat stoppages I think will be very welcomed for the players. 2 minutes to go before the halftime break.
Yeah, with 2 minutes to go, Carlton here would really be hopeful and working hard not to allow Pies to get a score late in this quarter.
High up and under. Punched away. Danny Rhodes. Her debut for the Blues. Doing very, very nicely. Collingwood have had most of the play inside their forward half, but they find themselves behind. Can they open the floodgates? Sanger just needs to be clean. Centers the ball. Just bounces in front of Peck, who gets it now. Tries to wheel around. Handballs into space. Fellows couldn't quite trap it. Jeffrey got it back to Fellows. High kick towards the goal square. Is there going to be a mark? Off hands and through for a behind. Macy Watkins almost kicking her second. It's got held up in the wind, so can the Blues hold on for another 40 seconds?
It's big going long here.
Yep. As long and far as you possibly can. And Lucy Burke obliges. Off hands though. Morris Dalton got the handball away. The Pies might have an opportunity if they can keep it in. Carbone escorted out. And that should be the end of proceedings in this opening half. An exciting opening half. Unless there is a free kick. But it looks as though we are going to be locked away. We are. Very short siren. Thought it was going to go for slightly longer than that. But what a brilliant half of footy. 1-4-10 apiece the goals. Macy Watkins for Collingwood and Bernardi here with you between Carlton and Collingwood. This game has been frenetic, Christina. It's been brilliant, high octane, and can't wait to see what this second half brings.
Absolutely. Scores are level, so it's just a reset and see which team can take it out.
It's exactly what you want. A level game, two teams competing for spots in the top six. The Blues doing everything they can to keep Collingwood at bay. It is a cold morning here in Melbourne's far north. Fronted away, Sanger bursting through, tried to get the handball out, couldn't. Stella Huxtable leading the disposals on the ground with 17. Talia Sanger 14 and Ella Jeffrey 12 for Carlton. Talia Plunkett 14, Larkins 12 and Steph DeMayo with 10. The goal kickers, Macy Watkins and Hannah Bowie. Blues trying to force it out. Jeffrey got the handball inside, or an inboard kick was good. It was from Jordan to Wilkinson. Wilkinson inside 50. Good body work down there to barge Burke off the ball. Really smartly done by Carbone. Seghetti. Centre square launches to the hot spot and didn't really need to touch the ball there, did Van Loon, because Spegan was waiting for it and would have taken it on the chest. Ball up. So what's the key for the Blues in this second half, Christina? What do they have to do to try and keep up with Collingwood's pressure?
I think they're matching their pressure, if not beating them in the pressure, to be honest, and they've been really clean around the stoppage. So it's just making those moments count. They had a few inside 50s that we saw. I don't know if they got a bit nervous in front of goals, and they probably wish they had their time again, but they had opportunities to be able to score. So if they keep that up, they'll be able to get on the board. But I'm also really interested to see how Collingwood responds after being challenged, and obviously in this position at half-time. Like, for me, that's a really big difference between the top teams and the rest of the comp. So I'm interested to see how they'll respond today.
So Collingwood have gone in 20 times for 5 scores. Carlton 8 times for 5 scores. So the efficiency for the Blues, much better as it was early on in the second quarter. Mark not taken, but it is in a dangerous position for Carlton. As Collingwood go in for that 21st occasion. Umpires taking an awfully long time. And that's why. I thought he pointed the other way. In the end, it's a ball up. I could have sworn he pointed to his left. Quick kick out of the middle. Mark taken by Burke. Carbone thought she had the spoil. So the Blues will be able to run this up. Short kick. This is just the poised football, and a point I was alluding to in the second quarter is the Blues are, or all teams really, they're lowering their eyes more. The purposeful passing has really come into it this season a little bit more, and it's been really enjoyable to watch it. A ferocious tackle. And you've seen it today, Christina, with both teams. They've just lowered the eyes. They haven't really bombed it too much. They've tried to be purposeful in their movement.
Yeah, both teams really like the uncontested possession. So especially Carlton, if they see someone in space, they're more often than not going to hit that. And that's pretty much the start of their ball movement. So they're going to lower the eyes, over bombing it every time. And Collingwood are the same. They're quite good with their skills. Been really impressed with Abby McDonald off the half back line. She's really lowering the eyes and trying to hit the free player as well.
There it is. Plunkett runs away from Zaghetti. It was very dangerous, but in the end, the Blues can move forward. They are out the back. They are out the back, getting called to go. Spegan was on her own, but they can still go forward, and their efficiency has been good. So all they need to do, seemingly, is get it in there. Elkington made a really good contest, and it's been paid high.
Very late call. It was there, but
it was.
Late call.
So now, where do they go? No goals have been kicked to this side of the ground at all in this game. Elkington puts it to the hot spot. Opportunity. No mark taken, but front on contact. And the Blues will have a chance.
Larkins in the shot. I've been so impressed with her first half. She's been a massive difference to Carlton there, especially with their main two mids out in Scott and Fuller. So it'll be a real reward for effort if she's able to capitalise here.
This will be disposal number 14. And doesn't quite get the journey. Strong grab taken by McKinnon. And that'll be one where the Blues might just be kicking themselves.
She might get it straight back.
Yeah, she will. Oh, no! Oh, she won't want to see that one again. Or will she? She's trying to burst her way through. Got the handball down, Elkington. Got it out to Busuttil, who goes back to the pocket. Oh, she was so close. Had it in her hands. And it just slipped through.
That's all right. She's doing plenty right.
Yeah.
She'll want it back, but she'll get it back as well. This is really good for Carlton just to keep it in their 50 and keep the pressure on the Pies here.
High one, and Busuttil drops the mark. Immediately puts her teammate under pressure, but they're okay. Kick high inside attacking 50. Slap down. Elkington's down there. So is Morris Dalton. The soccer into the middle. Not so good. Spegan high. Wide. Second behind for her. But importantly, Carlton are in front. They have that 1 point lead restored for the third time. Collingwood led 8-3 at quarter time. It was 10-all at the half. That was the first score of quarter number 3. The Blues go inside again. They've got all the play at the moment. What sort of a game have we got on our hands? It looks like it's going to be a thriller. Hopefully it stays that way. I want to see good teams going at it. Di Donato, penetrating ball inside 50. Matthews acted out as far as she could. Nothing coming of it.
Straight back in and out.
Yep.
Probably want to settle there. It's been pretty hectic. Settle, try and find a good lead, especially from their 12 targets, since Carlton have Morris Dalton and McCarthy down there, and they're obviously leading goal scorers for a reason. So especially while the Suns down the other end, this is where their tools can really have a good impact.
Here is Lucy Burke. The kick not so good for Plunkett. The Blues getting these repeat entries. They were down by 12 in the inside 50 count. It's back down to 9 now. But the Pies have an opportunity on the quick break. Carlton's defence has been steadfast all morning. Can it remain so? Van Dyke. Fitzgerald overruns it. So the Blues getting back when they need to, moving forward when they need to. They are holding on. As we spoke about, they pushed North Melbourne Werribee all the way earlier on in the season. North had a pretty decent win in the end, but Carlton was so good in that first half. Had a mighty lead. Hucks the ball. Great kick. Great mark. And Peck plucks it. Big opportunity for the leader of the goal kicking in the Rebel VFLW.
I think that's what's going to be the biggest difference in this game, is go inside 50, get a mark, get control, have a good set shot in comparison to Carlton that obviously were able to have it And Collingwood didn't really look after the ball exiting either, and Peck's finished with that.
That is a brilliant finish.
Which is a confidence builder for herself as well, because she hasn't had much in the first half. She's known for kicking 3-4 goals a game, so Carlton are going to have to lock back down on her and make sure that she doesn't build on that.
Or is that the momentum shifter? 16-11, 2 goals for, just the third goal that we've seen this morning. All to the left-hand side of your screen. Tom Casham would be pretty pleased with that. As that wind just sends chills through Craigieburn. It is a cold day. The Blues had the lead. Can they restore it? Holding free kick going the way of the Pies. Talia Sanger it is. Good kick. Carbone takes the mark. Launches inside 50. Peck tries to spin her way out of trouble. Can't do so. Halfway through this third term, and Collingwood have that lead back. Have not lost the game yet so far this season. Carlton looking to keep themselves above parity. Bursting through Huxtable. Strong mark taken by Van Loon. One-on-one with Peck. Not an easy place to be. Looking for DeMeo. Goes over her head. Winning the race is Jordan. Arches the back. Does really well. Inside 50. Huxtable. The massive gust of wind just cuts through. No mark taken. Turner Funk looking for McCarthy. Couldn't pluck the ball. Slapped forward by Matthews. Mulvahill got it out. It's going to come back through McCurdy. Lays it off. Matthews. Ramsdale ended up getting it out. Tregellis ended up finding it. Sway to Van Dyke. And a brilliant grab. Not sure how that was taken. Just sort of came out of nowhere. Inside 50. No mark taken. Umpire called touched. It's going nowhere.
We just saw coming out, Carlton don't have any options. As I mentioned earlier, they're starting to get up a little bit higher and trying to help the defenders out. Meanwhile, the Collingwood backies are just standing back, setting up their structure and able to intercept and then switch it and take it inside the other side. So that's what we just saw. So Carlton need to try and pull out a little bit more, but they're working so hard to try and help the defenders.
Wow.
Peck with another great mark.
Here she is again.
Goal.
Well, this should make it 2 now and should open up the biggest lead of the game. Currently at 5 points. This to make it an 11-point buffer. And this is just why she's so valuable. Amelia Peck. To really stamp her authority. As for insufficient intent, the free kick. And she makes sure of it. Collingwood now to an 11-point buffer. 22-11. 3-4-1-5. They just needed that bit of polish going forward, and they've got it now. Carlton have led on 3 occasions, all by 1 point. Had a couple of set shots that they weren't able to convert, but all of Collingwood's goals have come from set shots in the goal square.
Yeah, and much more controlled play as well. Kick mark game in comparison to that frantic go play into the first half.
So the handball from Di Donato, she'll get it back. Elkington, they need a goal here. That's an understatement. McCarthy flies athletically but couldn't take the mark. Spamer lays a good tackle. It came out in the end. Matthews gets the kick out, and that is going to go out on the full.
I think McCarthy thought she deserved the free kick then.
Waiting for a fan to chuck the ball back. He's a Blues fan, so he's going to get it back quickly. That kick from Di Donato came off the side of the boot to Santo. Comes out to Larkins, who snapped. She would have loved that one. Especially based the set shot that she had before.
She's going to get one by the end of the game, I reckon.
All right.
Pepper.
We'll mark it in the book now then.
Oh, great pressure at Carlton here.
So we can hear a jackhammer going off somewhere. Oh no, it's a door opening. That'll get wrapped up inside Carlton's forward 50. I've just been perplexed with what that noise was, and it's the coffee truck's door that sounds like a genuine jackhammer going off. Tossed up. Ball got it down. Elkington. I've liked her game today, Emily Elkington. Varhill going nowhere. In the end, got it out. Leighton there. Fitzgerald just puts it inside 50. Bounces with an off break. Comes out to Hargraves from McCarthy, who gave it back to her. And she was met with trouble immediately.
Yeah, I feel like Emily Elkington, you just know what she's going to give week in, week out. She's really solid for Carlton.
So here's an opportunity. Pushed forward. It's probably a good result in the end. DeMeo kicking it inside the attacking 50, and in the end for the Blues, a stoppage a couple of metres around doesn't hurt.
Yeah, they definitely want to get in there nice and early, but Collingwood have so many numbers in there. Which means that Carlton's numbers are outside, which gives them the repeat entries. Just need to try and get a little bit of space and get a good shot on goal instead of a shot that's under so much pressure.
Here's the opportunity for the Pies to escape, but lasso rule, we'll see it come straight back in.
McCarthy is wide open here in the middle. Take strong grab there.
Couldn't quite bring it down. Pack flies. Pack corrals the ball in the end, and Sanger gets it out. Got it to Seghetti and intercepted by Spegan. Spegan launches it high towards the hotspot. Does it go over the back enough?
Tackled by our own player then.
Yeah. Great mark from Dom Carbone as the rain now starts to come down. And with this wind, it's going to start to come in sideways, and I'm starting to get nervous, Christina. Di Donato. Mulvahill inside 50. The scrubby ball. DeSanto was chasing, nothing coming of it. Players are going to have to go. Matthews runs around Rhodes on debut. She can launch with the handball. Didn't want to do that. Peck's going to run onto it. She's got Burke for company. Burke picks it up first. Did really well to get there. Wilkinson under pressure. Got it out to Leighton, who got it back on the 1-2. Starting to get slippery out there as well, which won't help Carlton's cause with a minute to go in this third quarter. Rain starting to cascade down. Started in sun. It is pelting down now here in Craigieburn. Kick forward. Peck tries to turn her way out of trouble. 360, that has to be gone in the end. If you've gone 360, that generally means that that's holding the ball. Nothing coming of it. Quick kick towards goal. Punch just by Burke. That was dangerous.
That would have been painful, particularly after what
Yep.
should have probably been called for holding the ball with 30 seconds to go.
100%. So, 18 seconds on the clock. Collingwood by 11 points. The rain is starting to absolutely pelt down. 5 seconds to go. And Collingwood's lead may have just given them enough space at three-quarter time. With this weather, opportunities and missed them. Collingwood have been absolutely fantastic, Christina. They've had 3 shots from the goal square, scored them all. All 4 goals have been scored to the left-hand side of your screen, so it might bode well for Carlton. You never know.
Yeah, and the rain stops now, which obviously is going to be a slippery game. And considering that it's been high pressure in the first half, it's probably going to increase in this quarter as well.
It certainly will. Huxtable has been phenomenal so far. Got the kick forward on the overlap run. There is a really big opportunity here for the Pies. Can Peck run onto it? Can Peck run onto it? She'll try and keep it in. It goes out of play, so it will be a ball up or ball in. And Collingwood might have the opportunity to kick that first goal to the right-hand side of your screen and possibly put this one to bed.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a lot of breathing room for the rest of the quarter.
Next week, the Blues take on Box Hill City Oval. Collingwood take on North Melbourne Werribee. And I
Be a very good game.
cannot wait for that. That is going to be a splendid contest between last year's grand finalists, but not only that, they are the 2 form teams of the year. Have not lost a game. So we've got another 18 minutes to determine the winner here. Carlton will need to get a wriggle on quickly. Collingwood will try and finish this one off as quickly as possible. The kick towards goal, cut off by Burke, and slips off her chest and over the line for a behind. So 2 straight goals. Too early for the old handy point.
Never too early. I'm a big fan of a point. Point to win games.
Well, it's not the handy point to win the game, but at least Carlton now need 3 scores.
At least they get the possession here instead of another stoppage. But considering they are down, I would like to see them be a little bit quicker at the kickouts. They tend to take a bit too much time.
So the high kick is looking for Carbone. Uses her body well, runs around, gets a quick kick away, but goalkeeping is Lucy Burke. She patrols that defence so well. Turner Funk. Out wide, finds Plunkett. Goes out to the outer side wing. 17 minutes on the clock for Carlton to try and find something. A goal for them will make it mightily interesting. Collingwood just have to hold firm at the moment. Currently 10 degrees. It is cold.
It is so cold and no one's wearing a long sleeve.
Clarko would be very proud. High up and under. Carlton trying to force something. DeMayo did really well, got it out as they move it towards the near side. Strong from DeMayo, but overzealous. And Wilkinson will get up and take the free kick. Deservedly too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put her head over the footy. Ramsdale inside 50. Goes over the pack. Thundered down and At the bottom of it all, Huxtable played a bit of tunnel ball there.
Yep. Bit of a scoop through the legs.
It's been played pretty much for its entirety this quarter in Collingwood's forward half. Seghetti launches towards goal. Burke looking to take the mark. Peck affected the spoil, did well. And they can just settle it down a little bit. Here's Fitzgerald. She'll go wide looking for Morris Dalton. Had McKinnon bearing down. Good kick.
Great hit. They've got options coming through the middle here and in front of the ball as well. So if they get moving.
It's Carlton's goal kicker, Bowie, that took it. Turner Funk got it out to DeSanto. Got it back. Goes inboard. Mark needs to be taken. It just needed to be taken. DeMeo can run on. Kick inside 50. The chance is there. Di Donato off the ground.
Missed that.
Oh, she was closer than a couple of Australia's penalty takers this morning, that's for sure. That would have been huge.
It would have been a real confidence builder, but it's still down their end and they've had really good pressure keeping it in their forward 50, so they just need to keep doing that. Really need Carlton's forwards to actually get involved on the scoreboard, so that's DeSanto being a winger, Bowie being a winger, having the impact on the scoreboard, so Pies defenders have really been able to shut them down.
So, 14 minutes to go. 11 points the difference. Carlton, 2 straight kicks from victory. Or the lead. Bounces over and taking a long time to take the... Donato will go back.
And 50.
50. So they will get it. It's not going to be, it is going to be Di Donato, yes. Kicks the goal. And we're back to a 5-point game.
It's just a bit of a lapse with Jeffries. She's been really, really impressive all day. When she picks up the ball, she doesn't look like she's under pressure at all. So just a little lapse. Brings it back within 5 points.
Yeah, that's insane, because it just felt as though Collingwood had such a stranglehold on this contest.
They definitely had most of the momentum in this second half for sure, but that's really positive signs for Carlton. Their resilience level don't drop their heads when they're down, and they're going to keep pushing.
5 points. They've had 9 scoring shots apiece, 2-7 to 3-6. Not the easiest conditions for goal kicking this morning, that's for sure. It has been difficult, it's been wet, and it's been cold. And as you said, Christina, respect for them, or respect to all the players for not wearing the long sleeves, because we've got layers on.
Oh, I'd be in the long sleeve for sure.
What's the temperature for you that you need?
Nah, I'm in the long sleeve now most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a comfort thing, or?
Yeah, it's become definitely a comfort thing as I've gotten a little bit older. But Di Donato did have a long sleeve on for the first half, and interesting, took it off at half time.
The frenetic
I
pressure.
wonder if she's regretting that.
Bit of candy from Van Dyke, does well. They go inside 50. Can Collingwood put this one to bed? And I love watching Lucy Burke play. She reads the play so well. Against North Melbourne, Werribee did such a good job in that first half, and it was why Carlton were in front. Here's Carbone, can step up, can give it to Sanger, who can possibly put it to bed. It's high, it's not going to get there, and Burke again punches over the line.
She's a massive role player for Carlton. She has a really important role down there and is seen as a real leader, so she can turn this game around absolutely. There's plenty of time to be able to do that as well.
Toss back in. Collingwood would love to get a breather. As we said, no goals have been kicked to the right-hand side of your screen. Ramsdale. Short, purposeful kick looking for Peck, but...
Huge mark by Fitzgerald.
dropping in the hole. Takes a bounce, Busatil, and goes towards the wing. Does a bit of a leg break, then an off break. DeSanto taken with it. And holding free kick. So Danica DeSanto goes to Busatil. It is.
Or play on.
No, play on, I think.
No.
Oh, no, it is 50. So this is a second 50 in the space of maybe 3 or 4 minutes for Carlton. And this is an opportunity. It's probably a kick and a half from home. DeSanto looking for McCarthy, who hasn't really been there today. She was appealing for the free.
Oh, they've given it.
And the latest of calls. But I was about to say, you feel as though Sophia McCarthy's going to have a moment in this game. And it might just be now.
This has to be the moment that she steps up. She's one of their leading goal kickers for a reason. So this is her moment that she's been waiting for. She's been pretty well held for most of the game. So as a forward, you want to make sure you finish here.
She's been quiet. But this to remarkably give Carlton the lead. And that was lucky to generate a score.
7-point play. She knows it.
Yep.
Gives some breathing room.
Well, if they kick it, then they'll go ahead by 2 points, which would be their biggest lead of the game. Last time, they won it after the siren did the Blues against Collingwood. And it was almost to this day last year. Kick back inside 50 for Carlton. They have an opportunity. Can they regain the lead? Spamer gets a handball away. Larkins couldn't quite trap it. That one is going to stay in for Carbone, and then she escorts it out. 4 points the difference. Collingwood's unbeaten run still intact for now. Carlton want to go 4-3. Been a massive off-season for Collingwood in terms of turnover. People weren't sure what was going to happen and how they were going to go, but they've gotten remarkably better, which is saying something considering they almost won the flag last year. To Mayo and Ramsdale. Oh, sorry, that was Lily Leighton, apologies. So 7 or 8 minutes to go. Plenty of time for either team. Collingwood have it where they want it. But how much will Sophia McCarthy's missed chance hurt them?
Oh, if she gets another go, she'll be okay, but that will be definitely one that she'll want back again.
Blues with the momentum, but the Pies looking to just hold on. Doesn't go over the back, not quite, maybe. Burke, so calm. In the end, the handball was affected. Pies one in the back, they're not going to get it. Punched away by Spegan. Busatil. Going to get the handball away, couldn't quite. It's going to go back into a highly congested area. It's going nowhere. So what do Carlton have to do to try and wrestle this ball away and wrestle this game outside of Collingwood's forward half?
Well, I've just watched Morris Dalton going around the stoppage and leave the forward position. So that means that they can't actually bomb it out of this 50, because if they do, it's going to go straight to Collingwood unless they go for ground. So they've been really good being able to press that pressure going forward and trying to get the ball out the back. They've just got to do more of that.
So Pack dives on the ball and it's holding the ball. Going the way of the Pies. So they'll go inside 50. Borg, Carbone launches over the back. Fitzgerald dropped it in the end. Good spoil. Macy Watkins was able to affect that on the handball. Kicked the first goal of the day. When goals have been really hard to come by. Carlton within one of stealing this. Ball paddled around. Holding free kick. Going the way of the Pies.
It's a Carboni as well. Massive kick here. But more importantly, just an opportunity to be able to take time off the clock. She'll take her full 30 here,
yep.
Whether she kicks it or not.
Dom Carbone. She is an out star. Comes in. Never in doubt.
That's a real captain's goal there. Breathing room again. Putting the pressure back on Carlton. Have to kick 2 goals now.
That's why they got her to the club at the end of 2024. She is a star. And they have a 10-point buffer once again. And you'd think in these conditions, it could just be enough. Carlton have to double the amount of goals that they've kicked. Not impossible, but
yeah, I don't think
hard.
they've been able to get the ball in their 50 quite enough to be able to get the job down in 3.5 minutes. But never say never.
First goal kick to the right-hand side of your screen as well for the game. It nearly, well, that took what? 76 minutes of football.
It's a great mark by Bowie. Plays on really quickly here.
Looking for McCarthy. Offhand, she's been well worn today. Took an off break away from DeMeo. Good punch away. Jeffrey looking for Huxtable. Couldn't get it to her. Collingwood, if they can just lock this down for another minute or two, which they can't, goes inside 50. McCarthy annoyed again, wanted a free kick. Plunkett there, trying to change tact and change direction to get the ball. McCarthy takes the mark, running back with the flight. Somehow, Di Donato got the ball out. And here is the opportunity for Sophia McCarthy with 2 3/4 minutes on the clock. She's got it. And we're back to a one-kick game. We said there was a moment.
Yep.
And that mark, well, that is huge. Back with the flight, body on the line. And Carlton have a sniff once more.
We'll see if Collingwood send an extra back here after the ball's been thrown up. But again, like I said, never say never. Another quick clearance out of the centre and they're definitely within scoring ability.
11 scoring shots to Carlton, 10 to Collingwood. They've had opportunities. If they get it forward, they tend to score. So can they do so? Collingwood's midfield is going to have to be right on the money. Umpire says my ball. We've got a minute 50 left.
Collingwood would be quite happy just with stoppage after stoppage here.
Carlton didn't want to drag it in. McKinnon goes in over the top. Another stoppage, taking another 20 seconds off the clock. Who can get clear possession? It's going to be the Blues. They're going to have the opportunity. Morris Dalton goes towards attacking 50. It bounces. McCarthy pushes it the wrong way. And Collingwood had the chance to repel. Fitzgerald, however, gets the handball. They're going to have to be clean. They are. They need to get the kick away. And there it is, Jeffrey. Possibly the game saver. Still time for the Blues. They need to get these one-on-ones happening. Kick to a contest, off the back. Spills to ground. DeMeo wasn't clean enough. Jumps in on top of Carbone. Could have been in the back. Collingwood plays around the ball.
Stacks on.
Yep.
Could you see Peck on top of it?
There's a pecking order. 33 seconds. Carlton beat Collingwood after the siren last year. Can they do it again? If they're going to, you'd think that that's how it's going to happen. 20 seconds. A quick kick. A clearance. Something for the Blues. Can they get it? Handballed out into space. Peck dives on top of it. But I think that's going to be it. Collingwood are going to hold on. Umpire will ball it up. And there it is. The unbeaten run remains intact for the Pies. The Blues go 3-4 but lose no fans. What a brilliant contest it was.